sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Houston Texans. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. As they get it up past the 30.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard
line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Now a first carry. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a third down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Watson now to throw. Finding Fouls complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, first and 10, right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 13.
59, ready. 55,
Mike. No. Check.
Hey, Strickland. Gun. Get up.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 68 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Falcons grab it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
51, stop! Check, check, check.
On second down, it's Freeman. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Space. 55. It's a party. Everybody set.
From the 27, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Here we go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
a reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Ryan, they'll set up the screen for Freeman. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Jones has it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They toss to Freeman. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for QT.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before the break. Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. Freeman with a fast feet. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 66 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Watson on first down. Flush to his right. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson, screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Bravo! Got it. Focus, defense, focus.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Check, 55. 39. You think you're going to get this? 51, Tom! You think you're going to get this? He's coming.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
21. Hey, South. 55.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover-2 alignment, which means your two safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that second level and third, and that's what they were able to exploit.
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Shut the set. 45 to Mike. Watch the slant.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Watson under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Vic Beasley. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Gun. Get up.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan, and he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Falcons on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check. Hey, seam 6. Base. Watching you go.
Now Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
On first down, Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. They'll run it. Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll look to run with Freeman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
At the 14-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Open man, the tight end fails. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Chatty, back 25.
Check 55 to Mike.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Ryan wants to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Gun.
55. Here we go.
Watch that. 54, stop.
Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 10.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Hey, whoa,
55.
Space.
55. Hey, eat.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Smooth. Come on, guy. 55.
Gun.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.